basically right now I am stuck at an airport. I've been here since 4 in the afternoon, and it is now 1 in the morning. You gotta love it when your fun vacation to Colorado starts off like this. I know this is one of those major like first world problem moments. I'm probably being one of the most dramatic people on the planet because obviously people's flights get delayed all the time and this stuff happens. It's not unheard of, but this is just one of the most frustrating sequences of events that's occurred for me in a while. It started with air traffic control prohibiting the flight because of weather issues, then transcended into me actually missing my connecting flight. So then what happened is I was gonna have to take another flight the next morning, so I was gonna be stuck in the airport overnight, but I was like willing to cope with that. I was just at least going to take my first flight to the first airport, but then couldn't do that either because the plane we were supposed to fly in was leaking fuel. Love it when that happens. Totally a safe environment. Yeah, then after that, we get a new plane. They bring it in at around like 11, and for the past 2 hours we've been waiting for it to get refueled. So it's now 1 in the morning. Probably gonna be here all night. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it to my connecting flight at 6 in the morning. Like, it's actually kind of funny. The first airport I have to go to is like an hour away. But yeah, who knows if I'm even gonna make it. And like, I can't go home because I'm like an hour away from being at home and it just doesn't make sense. So yeah, all great stuff. We love United Airlines, guys. We stan United. Excellent customer service. You know what they sent me? I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show the email. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. A $50 travel voucher, as if I ever want to fly on this airline again. Okay, I'm probably being so salty, like at least they acknowledged it, but still. I will never fly on this airline again unless I get a refund. And I bought travel insurance. I bought insurance, guys. Insurance. So this better happen. Anyways, I need to go in case this flight miraculously takes off at some point tonight. But yeah, just felt the need to give this ridiculous life update. So up until this point, I haven't really interjected, but basically I'm throwing some sick narration into this vlog to keep things nice and spicy. I finally made it on the first flight around 1:30 a.m. and ended up in the airport around something like 2:30 or 3 in the morning. Fun stuff. I didn't want to look like total trash, so I basically revamped myself in the airport bathroom. These scenes were kind of hard to get, not gonna lie. People kept walking in. It was really embarrassing, but yeah, I somewhat mildly improved myself before finally making it onto the next plane, which landed in Denver at around 6 in the morning. So I finally, after the complete can you not? This is too loud. So after the complete hassle that it was getting to Denver, I finally made it here with my pal Jeff. And then there's Jackrin in the back. Basically, they have nothing to do with the vlog scene, but I'm hanging out with them for this whole vacation, so you'll probably be seeing them. I'm really tired because I didn't get any sleep except for the plane, but I really can't complain because it's so pretty here. We're going to this place called, was it Red Rock? Red Rock Amphitheater. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. This is such an aesthetically pleasing place. I really hope I get cute pictures. I mean, I'm kind of looking trash right now, so I'm not like that hopeful. So yeah, we'll check back in once we get to the amphitheater. So this is the drive up to the Red Rock Amphitheater. There were a lot of little caves along the way, which was some super sick stuff. Honestly, it's a really cool place. I highly recommend it. So we're at the, what is this place called?
Red Rock Amphitheater?
Yeah, but what's the restaurant called?
Good question.
We're at a restaurant at the Red Rock Amphitheater. It's really pretty up here. I sound like so dead because I'm so tired, but like it's actually beautiful. Like the views, they're everything, guys. Jackrin, what do you think of the view?
It's awesome.
Look at this. I have like a whole mountain behind me. Guys, this is just something I'm not used to as a Connecticut. So after visiting the Red Rock Amphitheater and grabbing some delicious lunch there, we took a drive over to a nearby place called Mount Evans. It's one of 58 mountain peaks in Colorado that is over 14,000 feet in elevation. They're called 14ers, I believe. And we took the auto road to the summit, which was extremely terrifying. We are honestly on the whole...
Wow.
Oh my
this
god.
Is scary.
This drive is straight up the scariest thing I've ever been on in my life. Like, you take one wrong turn in this vehicle, you're dead. You're off the mountain. And this is a 14,000?
Yeah.
14,000 foot mountain. just gotta breathe. It's safe boy hours, guys. All right, we're trying to take this real slow. Actually, Jeff isn't. He's going a little fast for my liking, but you know, we're gonna try to survive this.
Gotta slow down.
So yeah, guys, I might sound a little melodramatic, but trust me, the drop off the road was really, really scary. It was very narrow and the video does not do it justice at all. But the reward was really all the cool things you got to see on your way up. There were beautiful mountain lakes and snow caps, but my favorite part of all was the mountain goats. They were so adorable, I can't even handle it. Another cool thing about the Mount Evans summit is that there's actually an old deteriorated stone building that used to be a restaurant. Do not ask me how they were able to have a restaurant on the top of a 14,000 foot mountain. It's crazy. But I guess it makes a really good tourist attraction / mountain goat house. I don't know why, but the mountain goats just really love congregating around there. We stayed at that summit area for a little while because that's where the parking lot was. That's like the top of the mountain road. But then if you want to get to the true summit, you have to take a brisk little hike up another mini mountain that's at the top of the parking lot so that you're actually on the top of everything. And if you're real bold, you'll even dangle your legs off the edge to feel like you're actually gonna fall off the mountain. Guys, I don't even know how to explain how high up we are right now. This is like mad overexposed. Anyway, y'all get the point. These mountains, you can't even tell from the video how scary it is. Like, if you take one wrong step, you're down the mountain, you're dead. It's like wild. It's pretty cool though. I don't even know what my transitions are at this point, but anyway, we're now moving on to the next day, I guess. Pet it, Jacqueline. Did you pet it? Oh my gosh, Jacqueline, you chased it away. Look what you did. Oh my god. That is so cute. So yeah, we pretty much started off the second day of our trip at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo in Colorado Springs. It was really cool because we could feed giraffes that definitely did not appreciate our human interaction. And there were a lot of other cool animals there. It was overall just really interesting that it was located in the actual mountains. I was a big fan of that venture. Alrighty guys, so we just got back from the Mountain Zoo in Colorado Springs. Now we are in Manitou Springs. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. We are going to the cliff dwellings. I don't really know why they're there. They're just like these little like houses built into a cliffside. And then after that we're going to the Garden of the Gods. So that should be some really pretty stuff. I'm already seeing a lot of aesthetically pleasing things here, so I'm excited. So for some reason in that clip, I neglected to mention that the cliff dwellings are actually reconstructed from ancient Native American ruins. Yeah, it kind of makes me cringe the way I described it back there, but anyway. It was really intriguing because this is essentially a demonstration of how natives in Colorado used to live. They had whole communities established in the cliffs with intricate rooms and fireplaces. It was really interesting, but I think the coolest part is that you can actually walk inside of it and kind of experience it hands-on. They have bedrooms, food storage areas, living spaces, hallways. I don't know, it's just really cool stuff. And then there's also a whole museum inside that includes a bunch of pottery and artifacts, all about native life. So after visiting the cliff dwellings, we went to yet another place in Colorado Springs called Garden of the Gods. This was definitely one of the most beautiful places that I visited in Colorado. It's basically a national park that you can drive and hike through that's filled with breathtaking sandstone formations that peek through the trees and wildlife. The formations are awesome for climbing on because once you get to the top of them, you have amazing mountain views for miles. The Garden of the Gods was the last place that we visited that day, but the next day brought us on an even crazier adventure. Howdy folks. So we are currently on quite an endeavor. We are actually on the way to Aspen. We're almost there now. It's actually been a 4-hour drive and we're on the last leg. I think we have, half an hour left, which is pretty great. And normally road trips would really suck, but this drive has been really pretty. I mean, we've gone through a ton of different landscapes along the way. Yeah, this was quite some dedication. We're actually gonna get an Airbnb tonight so that we have somewhere to stay because we literally drove really far from where we were staying before. We were more towards Denver, now we're like real out west. But it's gonna be very pretty, so get ready for some scenery. The main goal in heading to Aspen was to visit the Maroon Bells, which are twin mountain peaks. It's actually one of the most photographed locations in North America, supposedly. But when you see this footage, you'll understand why. While we were up at the Maroon Bells, we attempted to hike to this second lake, which didn't really go well. We didn't make it in time, and it was very tiring, as you'll see later on. And then after visiting the Maroon Bells, we went to downtown Aspen, which was basically a rich people town, so I didn't really record that much there, except for some measly bike riding footage. I wouldn't be mad if we headed back. I wasn't even recording, I hate myself. Anyway, we out here vlogging and bike riding. I'm doing it one-handed. It's a little scary, not gonna lie. We're out here in some real wilderness, alright? We're a little scared, not gonna lie. It's very narrow and there are no people and no lights. It's kind of a mood though. I just realized I never explained this, but this was basically our late night drive to the Airbnb that we were staying at in the middle of the desert so that we could hit up the sand dunes the next day. Yeah, it was a really long, impractical trip. Crazy update, we just ran into a nighttime marathon at Twin Lakes, whatever the heck this is. And you know why this is weird? Because literally 5 minutes ago, we were in the middle of the wilderness. Now look at all these people. What are the odds of this? Like, this is the weirdest place. I'm just so dead. Like, why?
6.5 hours later.
I cannot tell you guys how scary the place we are is. We are literally in the middle of the desert. We're like probably 3 miles off the main road on a dirt road surrounded by crop circles. And yeah, this is where we chose to stay. Alrighty guys, I have to be kind of quiet because we're in the Airbnb right now and the host is asleep and it's like quiet hours. We've been trying our best to be quiet. It's a little hard. I have to say this might be like one of the most interesting experiences of my life. This place itself is really nice and it's really cool, but the location is terrifying. There's like no one out here. Like, you look outside and it's pitch black. I don't know how to feel about that. I've never been in a place where there are no lights at all. It took like 2.5 hours of driving on roads with no lights just to get here. So yeah, that was interesting, but the place itself, not that bad. Hopefully it'll take us to a bunch of fun stuff tomorrow. We've got a table and a wood stove that we are not using because we don't know how to do that without burning ourselves. And the bathroom's actually really nice. I don't know guys, I don't hate this place. It's just really scary. Well guys, I'm out here trying to catch the sunrise, but it's a struggle because I am pretty tired. I mean, I literally look like I'm about to die right now. But yeah, I mean, it's with good reason. I mean, first of all, I am definitely sick. I don't know how this happened. I like never get sick, so I don't know why I had to be when I came out here, but you know, I guess that's just what we're dealing with. But aside from that, it's like really early and I only got like 5 hours of sleep, so I'm probably gonna go back to sleep after this, honestly. But I am really glad that I got up and came out here. I don't know if I mentioned this, but it's like 6:10 in the morning, and yeah, this place is just completely remote, completely off the grid. Again, this town or this area has a population of 116 people. It's insane. But yeah, the desert view is just incredible, like especially in the morning, just watching the sunrise here and just looking at the sky. Yeah, RIP to my battery life and recording skills. Basically, our next move was to drive to this alien lookout location, which was a real fun time. You guys will see. We really out here in the middle of the desert. Oh my gosh. Come on in.
What's up, guys?
Explore the UFO
September
Watchtower. So basically, this was a home-built UFO watchtower made by, I guess, someone who was really bored. And again, it's in the middle of the desert, so very few other attractions were in the area. There was very little else around here at all. And the people working here were actually very, very passionate about aliens. They were talking to some tourists and crying about their alien sightings, crying tears of joy because they finally felt belief. I mean, it was a lot of fun though. They were really nice, so I'm a big fan of the UFO Observatory. Big fan. After that, we took a drive over to the legendary Sand Dunes National Park, which was really interesting because I'd never been to sand dunes before, and this really made me feel like I was trekking through the desert. It was really difficult walking through the sand somehow, so we got tired out really quickly, and it was also very windy, so I tried to do an update scene, but the wind kind of overrode the audio quality. Lots of sad stuff, but at least you guys can see how beautiful the desert was. On the last day, we took a trip to Denver, like the actual city, which was awesome, but I didn't vlog any of that because I kind of wanted a break from the vlogging. Although I did whip out my camera to take some footage of this gorgeous sunflower field in the sunset. It was one of my favorite parts of the trip. So that pretty much sums up my whole Colorado trip, which was a crazy adventure from start to finish. I was only there 5 days, but it felt like I got to see so much of the state, which was amazing. As an East Coast resident, I rarely venture out to the middle of the country, so it was amazing seeing all of the beautiful sights and landmarks. I literally cannot wait to go back someday, but in the meantime, at least I have amazing, lifelong memories.